an American 60s anthology, American Poetry to 1900. It's a fairly sort of an exciting cover. There's some decent notes inside there. And that's the rundown of poems you'll find on this two record set, two vinyl 12-inch record set. It's a Lexington label. Lexington were an absolutely fantastic educational record label, and designed records ready for the schools. This has come from a university or a school in America. It's very well preserved in this beautiful plastic cover. Just to show you that's the Lexington label on this one. Poetry in 1900. I'm going to give you a couple of Walt Whitman poems. Captain, oh my captain, and I think The Noiseless Patient Spider. You've heard these recordings possibly if you've been following me on my Poetry Reincarnations channel, where I use a lot of recordings from my records, including some from this record, to make my animations. Just give me a rundown of the notes there. What's to read this? Right, let's get started. Walt Whitman, Captain, oh my captain, or oh captain, my captain.
Oh captain, my captain. Oh captain, my captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck, the prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold and dead. Oh captain, my captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills, for you bouquets and ribboned wreaths, for you the shores are crowding, for you they call, the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, captain, dear father, the arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor ship comes in with object won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells. But I, with mournful tread, walk the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead.
Mannahatta. I was asking for something specific and perfect for my city, whereupon lo, upsprang the aboriginal name. Now I see what there is in a name, a word, liquid, sane, unruly, musical, self-sufficient. I see that the word of my city is that word from of old, because I see that word nested in nests of water bays, superb, rich, hemmed thick all around with sail ships and steamships. An island 16 miles long, solid founded. Numberless crowded streets, high growths of iron, slender, strong, light, splendidly uprising toward clear skies. Tides swift and ample, well loved by me toward sundown. The flowing sea currents, the little islands, larger adjoining islands, the heights, the villas, the countless masts, the white shore steamers, the lighters, the ferry boats, the black sea steamers well modeled. The downtown streets, the jobbers' houses of business, the houses of business of the ship merchants and money brokers, the river streets. Emigrants arriving 15 or 20,000 in a week. The carts hauling goods, the manly race of drivers of horses, the brown-faced sailors. the summer air, the bright sun shining, and the sailing clouds aloft, the winter snows, the sleigh bells, the broken ice in the river passing along up or down with a flood tide or ebb tide, the mechanics of the city, the masters, well-formed, beautiful-faced, looking you straight in the eyes, trottoirs thronged, vehicles, Broadway, the women, the shops and shows, 1,000,000 people, manners free and superb, open voices, hospitality, the most courageous and friendly young men. City of hurried and sparkling waters, city of spires and masts, city nested in bays, my city.
Miracles. Why, who makes much of a miracle? As to me, I know of nothing else but miracles. Whether I walk the streets of Manhattan or dart my sight over the roofs of houses toward the sky, or wade with naked feet along the beach just in the edge of the water, or stand under trees in the woods, or talk by day with anyone I love, or sleep in the bed at night with anyone I love, or sit at table at dinner with the rest, or look at strangers opposite me riding in the car, or watch honeybees busy round the hive of a summer forenoon, or animals feeding in the fields, or birds, or the wonderfulness of insects in the air, or the wonderfulness of the sundown, or of stars shining so quiet and bright, or the exquisite, delicate curve of the new moon in spring. These with the rest, one and all, are to me miracles, the whole referring, yet each distinct and in its place. To me, every hour of the night and dark is a miracle. Every cubic inch of space is a miracle. Every square yard of the surface of the earth is spread with the same. Every foot of the interior swarms with the same. To me, the sea is a continual miracle. The fishes that swim, the rocks, the motion of the waves, the ships with men in them. What stranger miracles are there? A noiseless, patient spider. A noiseless, patient spider. I marked where on a little promontory it stood isolated. Marked how to explore the vacant, vast surrounding. It launched forth filament, filament, filament out of itself, ever unreeling them, ever tirelessly speeding them. And you, O my soul, where you stand, surrounded, detached, in measureless oceans of space, ceaselessly musing, venturing, throwing, seeking the spheres to connect them, till the bridge you will need be formed, till the ductile anchor hold, till the gossamer thread you fling catch somewhere, O my soul.
Right, another track from this lovely Lexington record. It's 1960s, it was designed for the schools, it's been preserved probably in a university or a school. And this second track I'm going to play for you is John Greenleaf Whittier, and it's my favourite of his poems. It's Telling the Bees.
Telling the Bees. Here is the place. Right over the hill runs the path I took. You can see the gap in the old wall still, and the stepping stones in the shallow brook. There is the house, with the gate red barred, and the poplars tall, and the barn's brown length, and the cattle yard, and the white horns tossing above the wall. There are the beehives ranged in the sun, and down by the brink of the brook are her poor flowers, weed o'errun, pansy and daffodil, rose and pink. A year has gone as the tortoise goes, heavy and slow, and the same rose blows, and the same sun glows, and the same brook sings of the year ago. There's the same sweet clover smell in the breeze, and the June sun warm tangles his wings of fire in the trees, setting as then over Fernside Farm. I mind me how with a lover's care from my Sunday coat I brushed off the burrs and smoothed my hair, and cooled at the brookside my brow and throat. Since we parted, a month had passed, to love a year. Down through the beeches I looked at last, on the little red gate and the well-swept near. I can see it all now, the slantwise rain of light through the leaves, the sundown's blaze on her window pane, the bloom of her roses under the eaves. Just the same as a month before, the house and the trees, the barn's brown gable, the vine by the door. Nothing changed but the hive of bees. Before them, under the garden wall, forward and back, went drearily singing the choir girl small, draping each hive with a shred of black. Trembling I listened. The summer sun had the chill of snow, for I knew she was telling the bees of one gone on the journey we all must go. Then I said to myself, my Mary weeps for the dead today. Haply her blind old grandsire sleeps, the fret and the pain of his age away. But her dog whined low on the doorway sill, with his cane to his chin. The old man sat, and the choir girl still sung to the bees stealing out and in. And the song she was singing ever since in my ear sounds on. Stay at home, pretty bees, fly not hence. Mistress Mary is dead and gone.